We'll see you on the other side.
I'm over here.
How long will I slide or separate my side? I don't believe it's been slitting my throat. It's all I ever heard your voice through a photograph. I thought that I've been brought up the past. Once you know you can never go back, I gotta take it on the other side. Centuries are what it meant to me. A cemetery where I marry the sea. A stranger thing that never changed my mind. I gotta take it on the other side. Take it on the other side. Take it on. Take it on. How long will I slide? Separate my side. I don't believe it's been slitting my throat. It's all I ever pour my life into a paper cup. The ashtray full and I'm spilling my guts. She wanna know, am I still a slut? I gotta take it on the other side. The skyline started and she's in my bed. A candidate for the soulmate blend. Push the trigger and I pull the thread. I gotta take it on the other side. Take it on the other side. Take it on. Take it on. How long will I slide? Separate my side. I don't believe it's been slitting my throat. It's all I ever. Turn me on, take me for a hard ride. Fuck me out, leave me on the other side. I yell and tell her that it's not my friend. I tear her down, and then it fall again. How long will I slide? Separate my side. I don't believe it's been slitting my throat. It's all I ever had. I don't believe it's been slitting my throat. It's all I ever.
Other side, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Tá fáilte rómh.
Oh, I suppose the best say that.
Do, yeah, we're Kieran and Patrick.
So we are.
We're ToTM.
Top of the morning of a Wednesday.
We're here for 2 hours every Wednesday.
Well, most Wednesdays.
Most Wednesdays, yeah. Last Wednesday we had a bit of a hiccup. I suppose first things first. Let's give the elephant a few clips around the back of the head. Last week we had a guest. Brian very kindly came into the studio and joined us. His New Zealand radio debut, I believe. Not to be sniffed at. Sitting down Wednesday, looking forward to hearing it. Had the whole of Waterford and Cork told about it. Thousands of people tuned in. Top of the hour rolls around. Computer says no. kicks ToTM off the airwaves and replaces it with some sort of old shite, is the only word I can think of.
Some other quality program at Fresh FM. Ate into our time.
So I did some checking. I got into contact with the man who knows things. Matt? How are you, Max? By all accounts, the computer said no. We just had a bit of a glitch here in the mainframe, and unfortunately, our show suffered. But thankfully, it was up on Spotify at the same time, so Brian was able to quickly make a switcheroo and listen to himself on the radio.
We stumbled, but we shall not fall.
No, we got through it. But yeah, thanks to Brian for coming on. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. Good having someone in. We had a bit of music. Really enjoyed the Blackbird on the guitar.
It was class crack.
Good crack, yeah. He brought in a lovely guitar. We'll have to try and get a picture of that up, actually. There was some good tunes picked, and we're going to try and keep that going for tonight. So here we are. We're in the studio. We're going to record a 2-hour show regardless of what they do with it. And I have some breaking news. I haven't made you privy to it yet, Patrick, because I wanted to get your reaction on air. So I'm going to hold that for a minute.
Get the spotlight on me.
I've slightly pulled the wool over your eyes this evening. You nearly figured it out, but we'll get back to it, right? Okay? Trust me. It's not bad. It is bad, but it's not bad at all, actually. But let's get the music on. Right, tonight's show is the second part of the Rivv'm section, innit?
In it blood.
So we're back into the boys at the back, the drums and the bass guitar. So we started with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which again were the cause of the show, I suppose, really, with Chad Smith, August on Flea, the midget, the midgets. So that was what we started with. We're going to have a few bits and pieces. We're going to have another one later on from the lads, actually. We're going to have the Red Hot Chili Peppers will be back with a cover later on. But next up is a band called The Police. And we're going to have a song called So Lonely. I love this one. I really love. I put this on loud now today. I had it on a couple of times, just running through the playlist to see how she felt like. But this is one for screaming like. So if you're in a car, or you're in a canteen, or you've got headphones on, and you're at mass, sing this one good and loud anyway. You're listening to Kieran and Patrick. 2 hours of good tunes. Second half of the show is going to be covers of Bob Dylan songs. Some nice unusual ones in there you may have not heard before. Did you enjoy a few of them?
I did enjoy a few of them. Good. And I was confused as to the turn that the plays took.
That's not the only surprise I have tonight, Pat. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is So Lonely by The Police. You're listening to Kieran and Patrick on Fresh FM. ToTM. If you're a hook, do. Agus fuck Spotify.
Well, someone told me yesterday that when you show your love away, you act as if you just don't care. You look as if you're going somewhere, but I just can't convince myself
The Police.
A pair.
Yes. And
Wait. First up, we had So Lonely. That's from Outlandos d'Amor. And then we had Every Breath You Take, which is a bit of a creepy song.
I was just about to say that, really. Not a very nice sentiment.
It's from Synchronicity, but I had plans today when I was listening to that in the car of turning on back on the mic when he said, I'm watching you. And just go, creep! See what it would have sounded like. But I didn't get a chance because I had to sprint out of the studio, sprint to Stoke and sprint back. So I'm slightly out of breath. But we had 2 there from The Police. And actually, yeah, I had the playlist on in the car today and I had someone in the car with me. And while So Lonely was on, I asked them if they liked The Police. You know what they said? Fucking hate the cops.
That's like the old story with the Rolling Stones, that they were backstage imbibing in some illicit materials.
Okay.
And their manager sticks the head in the door and says, "Oh, the police are here." So they shit it and throw everything down the toilet and flush it. Next thing, Sting, Andy Summers and Stuart Copeland walk in. It's like,
class,
shit.
Class. I'm trying to find another. I actually came across a good story John Sheehan told about Ronnie Drew, and I'm trying to find it. We may have that later on. It's a good one, yeah.
Why are they called The Police?
I don't know, actually. They were a punk band first, weren't they? Bit of reggae.
Yeah.
Bit of punk.
That kind of influence.
Yeah. So, yeah, the reason they're on the playlist tonight is down to Andy Summers and Stuart Copeland. Is that the man that was playing? He was playing bass, wasn't he?
Oh, no, Sting's playing bass.
Oh, Sting is playing bass. Sorry. Sting is playing bass. Oh, yes, bass guitar. And Andy Summers was on the guitar. And, of course, Stuart Copeland, who is a world-class drummer who has featured on the show before because of his exquisite percussion skills.
Very fine.
Very, very good, yeah. I like him. I like the drums. I like some of the drums in a lot of the Police songs. Especially that So Lonely. It's got it. It has it. They were out of the UK. Sting is still doing it. Some of his solo stuff isn't bad, you know. I like it.
Andy Summers, he's only just been in Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch.
Has he?
As at the end of September, start of October. So,
oh, okay.
If you want to see those shows, you're too late.
You just have to listen to ToTM, where we'll feature the lads. Right, hopefully I can find that other wee, whatchamacallit, little clip. If we can, we can. If we can't, we can't. But yes, Stuart Armstrong Copeland. He's American. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Anglo-American band, yeah. I didn't know he was American there till I looked it up. And I've spoke at length about this man. No, I haven't. What else is coming on tonight? Let me see. There's another few bits ahead. Oh, I suppose I will break the big news to you, Patrick.
You have me foaming at the mouth waiting for this.
Not alone was our show disrupted last week on the cusp of a groundbreaking first edition of Aran Island cassettes, but lo and behold, Spotify have taken down ToTM off their servers.
That is devastating. And we didn't even get one comment.
No, we didn't. So I know there's some people that listen on Spotify. So it's disappeared, taken down, along with all the other shows from Fresh FM. They've targeted Fresh FM, I believe. They've started a war they're going to lose.
I don't want to say too much because we might end up back on there.
I'm going to delay all my payments by a few days every month.
Well, I'm already using Apple Music, so...
Okay. Well, I started using Tidal. So I have.
Any good?
I mean, yeah, it's just another... Do you know what actually I like using it for? It gives you better shuffles because it doesn't... I haven't been using it that long. So when you put on the song's radio, you get a better mix. Whereas I find Spotify's just playing back stuff that I've already added to playlists.
Yeah, I found that with Spotify when I was using it.
Shite. It's absolutely shite.
The radio was just keen to play all the same songs.
Yeah.
And you'd be skipping them and saying, I don't like this. And
this song doesn't even go with this first song that I picked. I don't know where you're getting this radio. Because I used to enjoy the radio because, am I right in saying, once upon a time when you pressed on the song radio, you didn't get a preview of what was coming up. It was blind.
Yeah.
That's changed as well. Like, they're always changing shit, like bastards. Anyway, they kicked us off. Not us personally, but we actually, I have to say, we actually were the only show on there after everything was kicked off. There was some blind spot, some niche we fell into where they left our show up, but it was kind of inevitable it was going to get kicked. So it has been kicked, and I have a list here. It's not a complete list by any stretch of the imagination, but to start, to get us going again, The podcast is loaded on freshfm.net, freshfm.co.nz, accessmedia.nz, podcasts.apple.com, iheart.com. It's also on listennotes.com and rephonic.com. I think it's possibly going to go up on nzpod.co.nz also. And I am going to make a concerted effort of putting up the shows on YouTube. We're going to get the camera back in here. We're going to set that up. And fuck Spotify. Because that was the reason I changed the name of the playlist.
That was very sad. I just looked on my Spotify.
It's gone.
And it's just not there.
There isn't even a trace of it. That's the most heartbreaking.
There was actually a trace of it there for me for some reason.
Was there?
Let me navigate my phone. Yeah. It says, sorry, that's not currently available in your region. Well, whose region is it available in?
Well, I think it's gone. Yeah, I got the same thing. I think it's gone completely.
Luckily, lots of other stuff is. No, not luckily.
No.
It's ToTM or bust.
Because when you were on ToTM's page on Spotify, if you know that other button that was there that search similar shows.
Yeah.
Nothing to be found. So, well, here we are, indeed. And we are Spotify-less. So fuck them, I say.
I was disheartened to see when I searched on Apple Podcasts the other day. There's many other podcasts called Top of the Morning.
Is there?
But I don't think they deserve the moniker as much as us. Okay. I think we do it justice.
I think yeah, we try anyway. So what can we do? Only head for another dynamic duo, Led Zeppelin. Do you like our background music for the year that's in it?
Mr. Postman.
No, close. Any guesses?
There's a Rocky Horror or something.
No, you're in the right genre. It's obviously the
the Monster Mash.
There you go. It's the karaoke version.
I like it.
Did you ever think about becoming a postman?
No.
Okay.
For one reason. For two reasons. That's the first reason. And the other reason
I asked you
is I wouldn't want to be scorched in the New Zealand sun.
True. The old posties have it rough.
I'd end up looking like a pepperami.
Right. Well, this is what a lot of them do. We're going to get some Led Zeppelin on. More about them in a couple of minutes. This is the first of two. This is Ramble On. You're with Kieran, August Porrick, saying collectively, fuck Spotify.
Fuck Spotify.
years ago, in days of old, when magic filled the air. Just in the darkest depths of Mordor, I met a girl so fair. But Gollum, the evil one, crept up and slipped away with her, yeah. Ain't nothing I can do now. I guess I'll keep on rambling. I'm gonna sing my song. I gotta find my baby. I'm gonna ramble on, sing my song, gonna work my way around the world, baby. Ramble on, yeah. Do my baby. Ramble on, baby. Do. I can't stop doing it. I gotta keep searching for my baby. I gotta keep searching for my baby.
Whether you're stacking shelves or hacking elves. That was Led Zeppelin. Ramble On from Mothership.
Probably one of the best known Led Zeppelin songs.
Yeah. I suppose they're. I don't know what to say to that. I agree. I don't disagree. But I'm trying to think. Well, what about Stairway to Heaven?
I feel like Stairway to Heaven has come over the top, and you get it every now and then on like The Rock and things like that around Nelson, but I wouldn't say I've heard it very much on radio. I feel like it got overplayed.
Yeah, I think it went through a phase, didn't it? Like it's 8 minutes, so the radios won't like that.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive.
Immigrant Song. I like Immigrant Song.
It always just reminds me of School of Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great film.
Yes. Yeah, it's Black Dog we've lined up next. But that's not too bad, is it? There was another one. What's the other one? I think I played it. Kashmir. Wasn't that sampled in by... That was in a sample, wasn't it? Da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Who did that? Sean Combs, one of those old gobshites.
Don't be talking about him again.
Was it him? I think it was him, was it? He did. No, someone sampled that.
It's not Public Enemy, is it? No.
I can't remember, but definitely. I remember hearing someone using the sample and then hearing this and having to check to see was I hearing things. Back when I didn't really know that people robbed so many samples all the time.
Yeah, just completely don't even give him a song credit back in the day.
Because, I mean, that's a fairly... That's used in a hip-hop track, I'm nearly sure. Might have to go and check it, look. There was another one, what's that other one I played before, where they made that... Was it These Boys Now, or am I making names of myself? They recorded it... When did they record it? But they recorded it... I played it because of the... Whatchamacallit? The drums. It was the way they recorded the drums. They did it up in this house someplace. I'm going to have to go and double check that. But let's get the other track on. I think that's probably the safest thing to do. We may actually have one from your hero, this month's hero, Stephen Fry, or Michael Fry, later on. He does a version of the Monster Mash. I'll try and get that on if we can.
Oh, that would be good.
And also the story from John Sheehan about himself and the Dubliners when they were up in Belfast touring and making their way home. But while we do that, and while we try and figure out if we can do that, let's get the second one on. This is Black Dog. This is from Led Zeppelin 4. And, of course, we should have mentioned how remiss of us. We had John Paul Jones, the bassist, John Bonham on the drums. And I suppose Led Zeppelin were the biggest band in the world between the years of 1968 all the way up to 1980. Because once he died, they pulled the pin, didn't they?
Yeah, respect to them for that.
Yeah.
Apparently they were great friends to, Rush.
The Canadian band?
Yeah.
Yes, they were on the playlist, but I took them off. It was an instrumental.
I was going to say, I thought I remember seeing them
XXY or YYZ or something.
Yeah, YYZ.
YYZ.
Z, whatever it is. The Canadians, probably Z.
Yeah, hopefully.
That Didn't Neil Peart die? Their drummer as well.
Ah, okay.
And apparently they were old Robert Plant and John Paul Jones were a great comfort to them.
Ah, okay.
But did you know that John Bonham was told that he would never be able to play, he'd never be able to be a good drummer because he played too loud. They said you'll never get any work anywhere, you'll never go anywhere because you just beat the shit out of those drums.
Really?
And when he got big with Led Zeppelin, he apparently sent the guy a letter, like it was a recording executive or whatever. He sent him a letter and he was like, thanks for your advice.
Nice, yeah.
Great
drummer to watch.
It might have been when they went platinum or whatever.
Okay.
Like, yeah, thanks for
Because
your
like
advice.
not a long career for a band that popular.
Oh, just loads of great music.
Unbelievable. Like, I was saying before, there's a good documentary with Jimmy Page, The Edge, and what's his name? From the White Stripes, Jack White. They have a bit of an old thing about guitarists, and it shows their styles, their influences, their technology, their guitars, what they do. It's good. It's worth a watch. It's interesting because it's just about them as opposed to the bands, really. So it shows The Edge with all his gear and how each song is built into this big, huge monster of a pedal box with a million other doojeans plugged into it. And Jack White is a bit of a sketch. He's just kind of making shit up, going up into the attic of some old shithole in the middle of some western part of America, playing some guitar he made. I think he's just buzzing, like, you know, he's slagging, like. Whereas Jimmy Page, then of course, he's the god they're just looking at, like, going, this man, like. So anyway, we're going to play the song, and I'm going to figure out.
Where'd you say that was, that documentary?
Sorry?
Where'd you say the document?
I'll have to find it.
A documentary?
I'll have to find it. I watched it back when I did Guitarist, maybe, I forget. But it was a good one. It was good. It's nice to have the Dublin side to it too, you know. Because they're quite different, like. Because I suppose The Edge gets a bit of slack for relying heavily on effects and all that, you know. But it's a skill in itself, isn't it?
Oh, I've got a few pedals, and like you could spend hours just playing with the pedals. You could have played a chord 20 minutes ago and you'd still be messing with the pedals. It'll still be sounding off.
Well, that's his thing, like. That's his thing, you know. But yeah, it was interesting. I have to say it was good. Jimmy Page is just cool. Jimmy Page is cool anyway, like, you know.
I watched another one with, I'm going to say his name. I always get his name wrong. Is it Tony Iommi, the Black Sabbath?
I'm not sure.
The Black Sabbath guitarist, and Brian May.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently they're great mates.
Right.
So they're just like talking about guitar and playing it together. Yeah. I watched that. That was pretty good.
Yeah. It's cool to see these guys that are just top of their game. Like.
It's like you said last week about like they'd have to be reading magazines or something to get all the information, whereas now there's so much content of these people, just these real geniuses of their art.
See them sitting in their living room just pricking with a guitar and you're going, fuck. Anyway, this is Black Dog. frozen with fear. Or freezing a deer.
Black Dog.
Black Dog, indeed. That was Led Zeppelin from Led Zeppelin 4. Featuring John Paul Jones on bass. Agus Sean Bonham in the drums.
I think that was their fourth album, was it?
Yes, IV. The song I was trying to find was When the Levee Breaks. The drum sound, that's why it was drummers. He set up his kit at the bottom of a 3-story stairwell. And then they placed 2 microphones at the top in a stereo configuration, and it gave the sound that we know to be distinctive to that song.
Are you going to stick it on?
I'm going to put on a bit of it, yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of it now, and I can't really...
It's an old blues classic, isn't it?
I can't really... not visualise. You don't visualise with ears.
Well, you could. It's an old blues.
Tell you, he must have been baiting those drums if that's up 3 stories and they're still that loud. Like.
I think I took the paint off the inside of my ears.
What?
Yeah, I like that one. That's the one I was thinking of. I'm going to play that next week. How about that?
That's a teaser.
That's what that is. ToTM, we're full of teasers. We're such a show of teasers that it'll be difficult to find our show if you don't listen to it live. But we will get the numbers and the names of the people that have recordings, and we're going to send people out with it on tape and just hand it out.
Cassettes, we're going back, people.
Yeah, we're going way back.
Get your pencils at the ready. Rewind that tape.
Because you're going to have to. And don't you could tape over it every week, I suppose, if you wanted to, couldn't you? If you wanted, of course. I mean, I don't know, it's up to you. But that was Led Zeppelin, and they were the 2 lads. And they are leading us on to another band that were around at the same time, and of course changed into another band again later on in that time, which was Fleetwood Mac. And we're big. Would you prefer the old or the new Fleetwood Mac, Pat?
That's a very tough question. I've never...
Not that you have to choose and never listen to one music ever again or anything like that. It's not that serious, but I'm just curious because one of them is a very, very blues band, like very much a English blues band.
I think Peter Green is one of the best guitarists of all time. So
when he was there,
oh yeah, I think his music, with Fleetwood Mac is absolutely fantastic.
Because they're a completely different entity when they change. He leaves. Jeremy, what's his name, leaves. His Danny Kirwan is still there, I think, but he doesn't last much longer. Of course, who else is left? The 2 boys, McVie and the man at the back. So you've got the rhythm section remained, didn't they? And then, of course, the new personnel came in. And, I mean, Rumours and those albums are brilliant, like, don't get me wrong.
I like Tusk.
Yeah, what a tune, yeah.
Like the album as well, Tusk.
Yeah.
Christine McVie and Stevie Nicks. We got a picture of Stevie Nicks.
No way.
Like a... Not a photograph, but like an artistic...
She broke into her house.
But I was going to say it's in our bedroom. It will be in our bedroom when we eventually hang it up after moving.
Okay.
It's in our house somewhere.
Like most good pictures when you move, it's on the ground, leaning against the wall. Yeah.
It's in the back of the car. No, I love Fleetwood Mac with Lindsay and everything, reimagined. But just imagine that, like a band just being so good beforehand and afterwards, and all hinged on the rhythm section.
It did, didn't it? They were the cornerstone, clearly, because they're still at it and still doing it. I went to see Mick Fleetwood did a tribute, didn't he? He did a tribute to all of Peter Green's stuff, and he did it in a film, kind of at a concert, and it was shown in the cinema.
Oh wow!
It was good, really good. Yeah, they had a load of lads in, they had a load of guests, a load of big heavyweight blues guitarists from America. They had what's his name on drums. They had Ringo Starr's son on drums.
Dingo.
He was good. He was a good drummer.
Dingo Moon.
He's in a band. He features in a band. Starkey, isn't that the name?
Yeah. Sorry, that was me just punching the mic.
Was
there.
it? Give it a good punch. Do you know what we'll do? We'll keep doing our research because there's 2 clips we're trying to line up here if we can get them going or not, but we'll see. And we also have a new clip. Let's play the new clip. And then we'll come back with a song. How about that? Trouble sleeping?
Tune in to ToTM
Every Wednesday
Fresh FM
until you fall asleep.
Fuck.
She broke down and let me in. Made me see where I've been. Been down 1 time, been down 2 times. Never going back again. You don't know what it means to win. Come down and see me again. Been down 1 time, been down 2 times. Never going back again.
Fresh FM.
Whether you're washed up on shore or unsure who's doing the washing up, this is Kieran
And Patrick.
on Fresh FM every Wednesday.
Fresh FM. Nelson.
Sure, what else would you be at? Yeah.
Yes.
have it.
That was some sort of Fleetwood Mac song or something.
Oh, we're going straight into Route 66. We just let it run. Yeah, we'll be back after this.
Yeah, why not? We're not going to get off Spotify.
This is Bill Wyman, August Charlie Watts.
That's the highway, that's the bed. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago to LA. More than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Where it goes from St. Louis down to Missouri. Oklahoma City looks so pretty, you'll see. Amarillo and Gallup, New Mexico. Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Nona. Big Sun, Moscow, St. Bernardino. Want to get hip to this kindly tip and go take that California trip. Get your kicks on Route 66. When it goes from St. Louis down to Missouri, Oklahoma City looks so pretty, you'll see. Amarillo and Gallup, New Mexico. Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Nona. Big Sun, Moscow, St. Bernardino. Want to get hip to this kind of tip and go take that California trip. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, get your kicks on Route 66. Well, get your kicks on Route 66.
Route
Was it-
66. Sorry.
You're okay? Oh, no, you're okay. No, honestly, you're fine.
Whether we're what?
Whether you're lost for words. I'm worried you're lost.
I thought you were just going to say whether you're lost for words.
I could have done that. I'll do that next week. That was Route 66 from the Rolling Stones from the eponymous album, which can only mean one thing. Debut. The Rolling Stones.
Oh, for a second I thought you meant their album was called Route 66.
That's from 1964. That's when Bill Wyman and Charlie Watts were the rhythm section. Of course, that changed because Bill Wyman said, I'm out of here. And he said that in 1993, which wasn't a bad old stint. He did 30 years, like 62 to 93.
You get less for murder.
I was watching about the boys there. I got sucked into that feckin' Netflix. The Netflix series, the Menendez brothers. Have you seen that? Eric and Lyle Menendez.
No.
Monsters on Netflix. Yeah, not bad.
Bit Halloweeny.
Mad story, like. Mad old story, like. There's a lot to it. Couldn't be arsed talking about it here.
Just a bunch of murderers, are they?
2 kids, one 19, one 21, back in the early 90s, blew both their parents away with shotguns. Millionaire Beverly Hills parents.
We've all thought about it.
More than once. Blew them away. Didn't get caught in the first instance, but because they were 18 and 21, they got caught. And then, of course, the fact that they did it wasn't really what they were being tried for, being prosecuted for. Well, it was, but the fact they'd admitted to third parties that they'd done it. So that wasn't up for debate. But the motive was what would have hung on, because they could have got the death penalty. So they were trying to change it from first-degree murder to manslaughter, self-defense. So it's not a bad story, but they're still in jail. They're 35 years plus in jail now. So they got life without parole.
Probably sounds about right. If you're willing to shotgun your own parents.
There's more to it. There's potentially more to it. There's a lot of abuse on the father, from the father and the mother, and they went to. I think they lost public opinion. He went to a mistrial, the first one. And then there was a delay of probably 3 years. And in that intervening period, OJ killed 2 people and got away with it. And the people didn't like that. Certain people didn't like that. So then someone had to get... The next person wasn't going to get away with a murder like that, when the murder itself wasn't actually being argued. It was the motive. So they were never going to swallow another 2 people getting away with murder. Like.
They got a bad bounce.
They got a bad bounce to the ball, yeah. They did. Hung jury the first time. Second time, the judge said, you're not allowed to use the abuse as a reason. So they had no other reason.
Just the crack.
Yeah.
Just the sound.
Just wanted to get the smell of the gunshots in the room. Fill the room with smoke.
Was out of incense.
They were incensed, all right.
Did OJ just die? Like,
he did not so long ago. Earlier this year, yeah. A few months ago, wasn't it?
oh,
OJ,
thank God.
The juice.
We're all a bit safer for that.
Well, I mean, man got away with murder in my eyes, like. Fucking hell, like.
You know, you seen the thing, did you, that is her family.
Nicole.
Yeah, they bought the rights to his book, or like they got the rights as part of like a court settlement or something. I can't remember. And the book was called If I Did It.
Cheeky bastard.
And they released it as it was, but they just printed the if in like
tiny little
inside the eye of I did it. It was like in red ink or something. You could barely see it.
Fair enough. I mean,
it's like I Did It by O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, I don't know. Funny one. Funny time in America. Funny time. But let's move on. Let's go to Doolittle, which is
a good descriptor of what we do on this show.
No, you said it. No, you said it, Pat. It's from Pixies. From 1989, believe it or not. Back around the same year these boys killed their parents.
If we were doing... Good year. If we were doing Iron Island cassettes, this album would definitely be...
What what track would you be going for?
Either probably Wave of Mutilation or Gouge Away.
Yeah, I like Gouge Away, yeah. I like Debaser too.
Yeah, that was the other one I was going to say.
Yeah, good album.
3 fantastic songs.
I saw them doing a Tiny Desk lately, actually. Pixies. They had no drums. Had they? No, they just had Black Francis. That's the main man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Him. Oh, I've watched so many of them now. They're all blurring into one because I watched Cypress Hill as well.
Oh, cool.
They were really good on it, yeah. I have the Wu-Tang Clan lined up to watch next. And do you know what I watched on it? I'm going to play a clip for next week. Is the Cranberries did one.
Oh, yeah.
It was absolutely... It's moving, like. It really is to see her there. The two brothers and the dude, the drummer, doesn't have... He just has a shaker and a tambourine. And you've got the two boys, the bass guitar and just acoustic. And she sings... She's so relaxed and she's smiling, and it's absolutely beautiful to watch. It really is, like.
It's lovely watching them in that context.
Yeah, to see her, and she, like, you know, pure sound, the old Limerick accent, and she's chatting away to the crowd, and any request, and someone says zombie, and they don't even flinch. They go, oh yeah, no problem, and off they go. How many times did they play that song, like?
Like, must just be like clockwork.
Oh yeah, was just it's worth another one worth checking out, like.
Shout out to Brian. He said it last week on the show.
He did.
Tiny Desk
Yeah. I went back and watched a few. There's some really good ones on there. Like because I never expect to see the Cranberries there. Like,
yeah, I was surprised when he said it.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, but anyway, right. This is for Brian. Hey, is the shout we gave to the production of Fresh FM when they dropped the ball and let Brian off into the ether. Hey, this is for Brian. This is Pixies. This is Hey. You're with Kieran and Patrick. ToTM. We'll be here until they run us out of town.
Hey! Been trying to meet you. Hey, must be a devil between us, or whores in my head, whores at the door, whore in my bed. But hey, where have you
whether you're a truth seeker or a poop eater.
That's a big. Anyway, that was "Hey" by the Pixies.
From Doolittle. Doolittle indeed. I try and do little every day.
Do as little as possible for as much money.
That featured the enigmatic Kim Deal and on bass and vocals, and David Lovering on drums. Back when they started, way back. Black Francis on vocals, and Joey Santiago on lead guitar. I'm not sure if he's still with them. Is he? He probably is.
Yeah, I think it's all the
You
original.
said when did you see them?
Saw them. It must be. I think it was 2023.
Okay.
In Melbourne, an absolutely phenomenal show. Just really fantastic musicians, but they didn't have Kim Deal with them. They had the new bassist who I don't know the name of.
And this next tune is Kim Deal. It's a new single from hers, and I have been listening to this on repeat for the entire week. Actually, longer than a week, because this was on the playlist for last week as a backup in case our guest, who maybe didn't come in at all, maybe that's what happened. Maybe it didn't happen. And Fresh FM put out what we made, and that's what we had done. I don't know.
There's some like gas leak in this room or something.
There's a glitch in the mainframe.
Like that episode of The Simpsons. I've had Roxy Music and Michael Fry still on.
Have you? Deadly. Michael Fry. He's got a new EP out, has he? He's got a new single out anyway. What is it? Rat Man or the Rat? It's really good. It's about a rat falling in love with a woman and all the reasons why you couldn't fall in love with a rat. It's absolutely brilliant.
It sounds like a compelling listen.
Honestly, he's got a great ear, because we have a clip of him there, but we're really struggling to get it off one of the social media feckin' platforms.
The cogs are turning away here. Oh, I might be close to it.
I keep calling him Michael Fry. Sorry, I keep calling him Stephen Fry. His name is Michael Fry. He's the man that Patrick... I knew it would get in your head, like, I knew it.
The Pint Man.
The Pint Man, yeah.
That song was just what my life needed. I thought everything was going well, and then I heard that song, I'm like, oh.
How good is he, like?
It was like hearing the Beatles for the first time.
Michael Fry mix. Why isn't this stuff coming up? Because he's got a new one.
Maybe he's been targeted by Spotify as well.
There's something going on, because...
They're out for the Irish.
Well, the Pint Man is here, yeah. I'll be honest with you, yeah. But his new one, why isn't his new one here? Maybe, I bet you that's a regional thing now as well, because I was listening to that today and I had the VPN on, but that shouldn't matter. See, can we find this fella here at all? Michael Fry. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put on a bit of tunes while we're waiting to see can we find him. Why isn't he here? Like, that is outrageous.
I think Black Francis is one of my favourite songwriters as well. Just
great.
Like
what a voice.
Fantastic voice, fantastic lyrics.
Yeah, this tune, this has been 2 weeks now waiting for me to play it. 3, in fact 2.5 weeks, because in the lead up to last week's show it was on the playlist as the song we were going to finish with, and it had to be held over, and now we're going to play it, and I'm going to play this as loud as I possibly can. Endure. So there'll be no talking in the studio now, Patrick, for 3 minutes and 27 seconds, if that's okay with you.
I'll see you in 3.5 minutes.
This is Crystal Breath by Kim Deal. You're listening to Kieran and Patrick. We're really going to enjoy this song, whether you like it or not. Spotify.
on a new life. Beats gonna lead us, live on. My crystal breath shatters you. The freak of your imagination sparkles into view. Beat on the inside. Beats gonna lead us, lead on. Beats gonna lead on and on. Beats gonna lead on and on. Beats gonna lead on and on.
Whether you're daydreaming or a demon at the hay.
Crystal Breath, Kim Deal.
Who else? What a bass line.
What a
that was
great
basic.
song.
Absolutely, yeah, love it. Love the rhythm. The rhythm section of that song is tip top, back on top.
Thunder and drums there.
Absolutely, and that's the hi hat. Class, and of course you had the. I mean, what are you going to get from Kim Deal? Only some bass. Let's be honest here.
You know she didn't play the bass before joining Pixies.
Really?
He put out an advert for a bass player and she was like, I like what you're doing. I can't play the bass, but I'll give it a fucking go.
So she's clearly one of those absolutely just gifted, like, pick it up and play it.
That's like your man from Kings of Leon or whatever. Which one of them couldn't play any fucking instruments?
Go away.
Yeah, I think it's one or multiple of them had never touched an instrument before, but then they
There's
were
hope
like,
for, there's
join
hope
the
for me
band.
yet. There's hope for me yet. You just have to set up a band, Pat. Semi-successful.
Yeah, I'll get you on the melodica.
Hey! Oh yes, so people that do, may be wondering what that sound was. That was the melodica, as played by Patrick, in studio. Do we want to hear it again? I think we do. Oh, that's Brian Ferry. He's coming up next.
Brian, wait your turn.
Yeah, Brian. I found Michael Fry. He's here. The song is called Dear Rat Boy. We'll have that next week, I think. It's brilliant. He has that. That's a new single out. And there is a couple on that. Receipts, Up the Rats and Dear Rat Boy. Yeah.
Up the Rats.
Up the Rats, yeah. It's class. He's a legend. And he's in a TV program too, I think. I don't know what it's called, but I came across it. And we're still working on, do we get that? We'll try that after. Anyway, look, we're getting a bit sloppy now. So let's get, what are we going to get on? We're going to get, what was I going to play? Oh, on Jingle Nua. This is the newest from the production team of Kieran and Patrick of a Tuesday evening for an hour and a half, pressing buttons.
Wednesday.
Wednesdays, of course. Shite talking with echoes and delays. Everything now will have an echo and delay for the next month until we get sick of doing that. Trouble sleeping?
Tune in to ToTM.
Every Wednesday.
Fresh FM.
Until you fall asleep.
Fuck.
That's our newest jingle. How about that?
I enjoyed it. I think I might take that thing to the streets.
That's
Start
class.
Busking.
That's
Just
class.
do a 90s classics.
I defy you not to move when that beat comes on, like.
Yeah, two of us are rocking,
Yeah. Bit of Fateless.
bopping.
Could have played him there the other week. We did Fate, didn't we?
You mentioned faithlessness.
We did say Fateless. We did indeed. We are into the second section of the two-section show, Patrick. This is a series of covers of Bob Dylan songs that you may or may not have heard before, from artists that you may or may not have heard before. And we're going to kick it off with, this is the one that kicked it off. I heard this on fucking Spotify a week or two ago, and for some reason, I just love it. I just love it. And it's a great original song, don't get me wrong. Bob Dylan does a job on it, like, but Brian Ferry, the album is, I put on the album and I mean, it's all right, like, but this song is definitely the pick of an album called These Foolish Things that came out in 1973. And this is his cover of A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall. This is Brian Ferry. You're listening to Kieran and Patrick. And see what you make of this. This is in my subjective opinion, this is class. I don't know what he's done with it. I suppose he's just brought a Brian Ferry-ness to it. Check it out and see what you think.
Oh, where have you been, my blue-eyed son? Where have you been, my darling young one? I've stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains. Walked and I crawled on 6 crooked highways. Stepped in the middle of 7 sad forests. Been out in front of a dozen dead oceans. I've been 10,000 miles in the mouth of the graveyard. It's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard rains are gonna fall. What did you see, my blue-eyed son? What did you see, my darling young one? I saw a newborn baby with white wolves around it. Saw a highway of diamonds with nobody on it. Saw a black ranch with blood that kept dripping. Saw a room full of men with their hammers a bleeding. A white ladder all covered with water. I saw 10,000 talkers whose tongues were all broken. I saw guns and sharp swords in the hands of young children. And it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard, hard, and it's a hard rains are gonna fall. And what did you hear, my blue-eyed son? What did you hear, my darling young one? I heard the sound of a thunder that brought out a warning. Heard the roar of a wave that could drown the whole world. Heard 100 drummers whose hands were blazing. Heard 10,000 whispering and nobody listening. Heard one person starved, many people laughing. Heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. Heard the sound of a clown who cried in the alley. And it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard, 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 and it's a hard rains are gonna fall. Oh, who did you meet, my blue-eyed son? Who did you meet, my darling young one? I met a young child beside a dead pony. I met one man who walked a black dog. Met a young girl whose body was burning. A young girl, she gave me a rainbow. I met one man who was wounded in love. Another man who was wounded with hatred. And it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard rains are gonna fall. Oh, what'll you do now, my blue-eyed son? What'll you do now, my darling young one? I'm going back out for the rain starts falling. Walk through the depths of the deepest black forest, where the people are many and their hands are all empty, where pellets of poison are flooding their waters, where the home in the valley meets the damp dirty prison, where executioner's face is always well hidden, where hunger is ugly, where souls are forgotten, where black is the color and none is the number. And I held it and think it and speak it and breathe it and reflect it on the mountain so our souls can see it. Then I stand in the ocean until I start sinking. Thou know my song well before I start singing. And it's a hard, it's a hard, and it's a and it's a hard rains are gonna fall. And it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's a hard rains are gonna fall. And it's a hard, and it's a hard, and it's so hard, oh, oh, hard. And it's a hard rains are gonna fall.
Love is the drug. Oh, I mean,
Don't be so mean, Patrick. I love that song.
That's a great song.
I love that cover of that song.
It's a great cover of that song. I was
That's good.
listening to it earlier.
Good old buzz off it, like.
It's got a very weird energy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I just like, it's kind of, yeah, it's a bit, it's like a tiny stone in your shoe.
An enjoyable stone.
It is. It is. I believe I was something else actually I meant to mention. Am I right in saying? Oh, sorry. Right. First off, Bob Dylan, songwriter, wrote that song. That song was on the album The Freewheeling Bob Dylan from 1963. And we just heard, you just heard, I just heard, we all just heard together Brian Ferry giving it absolute wiggins from his album, which was from 1973. So he gave it 10 years. When no one was looking then, he jumped in the recording studio. I like the strings in it. Because Bob Dylan, of course, Robert Allen Zimmerman, who is in his 80s, early 80s, albeit, but 80s nonetheless, he's possibly the second most covered artist of all time. You know the first is?
Chuck Berry?
The Beatles.
Oh, I suppose, like...
I thought it would be Bob Dylan, to be honest. When I looked it up, it turns out the Beatles are straight ahead.
The thing is, I guess there's Beatle covers I like.
Yeah.
But there's an awful lot of shite Beatles covers as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's an impressive list, the amount of people that have covered Bob Dylan now. And that's why we've got a few of them on here tonight. And we're going to go straight into the next one because we're very close to playing those couple of clips. Actually, this is what we've been trying to play. This is Patrick's best friend, Michael Fry. Is this going to play?
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes came across an eerie sight, when my monster from his slab did rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. He did the monster mash, the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on in a flash. He did the mash. He did the monster mash from my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, and the ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt of my electrode. Diddle-little-lie-lo, diddle-little-lie-lay, diddle-little-lie-lo, diddle-little-lie.
Michael Fry there with his version of Monster Mash. I really would love to get my hands on the full version of that, but I can't find it. And that's why I came across his new stuff, his new single, because I was looking for it.
The Rat Boy.
So maybe if he realises that we are the only radio station in the world that would play that and have done, maybe he'll send us the full copy.
You should reach out.
Yeah, I think I should. Anyway, I thought of another clip I'm going to play, and it's again, we're taking swipes at the BBC and their prudeness. Is that the word? The dryness, I suppose, really is what it is. But I'll get that on, don't worry, because it's a band that we're going to feature, hopefully, if we have time. So let's horse through a bit of music now, Pat. Doing enough old waffling there, talking shite. Maybe that's why Spotify ran us. Who knows? I like this. Is this, you tell me after now, is this some sort of an organ or a piano? I'm not sure, but I really like this cover. This is Phosphorescent, who we featured before. We got a good bit of feedback from playing, what's one of his favourite ones? The Song for Zulu. Do you know that one?
No.
I'll give you a smell of it and then we put on the real one.
I've got my listening ears on to hear if this is some sort of organ or what sort of...
No, this is the other song. You know this one? People loved this when I played it. Loved it. They were banging down the door.
Ooh, I like that. Little delay. Our favourite.
So that's his artist. He goes by the name of Phosphorescent, and that's Song for Zulu. We'll have to get that on again soon.
Makes me want to run like an antelope.
It's a good song, isn't it? Well, I'm not going to take your answer on 30 seconds of it, but that's nice, isn't it? That intro. You like that?
Yes, I do.
Good. Well, then you're going to love this, Pat. This is like a Rolling Stone by Phosphorescent. How we fixed? Yeah, we're good to go. Up with the faders. Cross your fingers. And maybe I'm wrong. I'm thinking, what's that doojin you have with chicken?
Melodica.
It's not that.
Electric piano.
Yeah, it's nice.
Once upon a time you dressed so fine, you threw the bums a dime in your prime. Didn't you? say beware doll, you're bound to fall. You thought that they were all just kidding you. You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out. Now you don't talk so loud, and now you don't seem so proud about having to be scrounging your next meal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be without a home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? You gone to the finest school, alright, Miss Lonely, but you know you only used to get juiced in it. Nobody ever taught you how to live out on the street, and now you find you're gonna have to get used to it. You said you never compromise with the mystery tramp, but now you realize he's not selling any alibis as you stare into the vacuum of his eyes and you ask him, do you want to make a deal? Or how does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own, with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? You never turned around to see the frowns on the jugglers and the clowns when they all come down and did tricks for you. You never understood that it ain't no good. You shouldn't let other people get all your kicks for you. You used to ride on the chrome horse with your diplomat, who carried on his shoulder a Siamese cat. Ain't it hard when you discover that he really wasn't where it's at, after he took from you everything he could steal? How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own, with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? Princes on the steeple and all the pretty people, they're drinking, they're thinking that they got it made, exchanging all kinds of precious gifts and things. But you better lift your diamond ring, you better pawn it, babe. got no secrets to conceal. And how does it feel? Well, how does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone?
Phosphorescent, like a rolling stone.
That's nice, isn't it?
I think I just about enjoy that more than most Bob Dylan songs.
I thought you were going to say more than Brian Ferry.
Yeah, probably as well.
Yeah, that's. I'm glad I stumbled upon that cover version. I like him anyway, and I have to say I enjoyed that. And like you said, you kind of hear the lyrics slightly differently.
Yeah, it really opens it up. It was kind of enlightening. Like, oh shit, this is actually a really well written song.
Yeah. Some great lines in it.
It's not just like, oh,
Is that the
fuck
one?
another Bob Dylan song.
I can't remember which one I heard today, but he's talking about the fire. I'm not doing it justice now by completely and utterly butchering the poetic, layered meanings to it. But there is something to be said about a good cover, and in my subjective opinion, that was a good cover.
Very
So
fine.
We're gonna horse on. I want to try and play a few of these, and I like to finish with a Rage Against the Machine cover with a bit of luck. But before that, we've got a bit of John Martin, some Mary Black, a bit of Christy Moore. So we're going to Ireland. Then we'll try and get some Nina Simone and Ike and Tina Turner in if we can at all. So we're going to kind of slow. The next two are pretty slow. This is John Martin, who is another really, really good singer-songwriter. Sadly, he's not alive anymore, but we get to still enjoy his music.
Where's he from?
He is he Scottish or English? We'll have to check. We'll have to look it up. This is Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. And this is John Martin from an album called London Conversations that came out in 1977. So let's get that on, and we'll get through a few more if we can. It'd be nice to finish up with a blast of songs in the last half hour. Kieran Patrick, 2 hours, music, listening, why not?
It ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. It ain't no use to sit and wonder why, baby, it just don't matter anyhow. When the rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out of your window, I'll be gone. You're the reason that I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. It ain't no use you calling out my name, girl, like you never done before. It ain't no use you calling out my name, girl, I just can't hear you anymore. I wish there was something that you might do or say to make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway. Don't think twice, it's alright. It ain't no use you turning on your light, babe,
never knowed. It ain't no use you turning on your light, baby, 'cause I'm on the dark side of the road. Well, I ain't saying that you treated me unkind. You could have done better. I just don't mind. You just kinda wasted my precious time. Don't think twice, it's alright. I'm walking down my long, lonesome road, babe. Where I'm bound, I can tell. Goodbye's too good a word, baby, so I'll just say fare thee well. I'm thinking and I'm wondering all the way down the road. I once loved a woman, a child untold. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Don't think twice. Don't think twice. Don't think twice, it's alright.
That was John Martin, otherwise known... Hold on. I have it here somewhere.
You have it written down on your Rolodexter.
Ian David McGeechy.
Oh, McGeech. He's one of the McGeeches.
The Geechster.
Ah.
Good on him. That was great.
Yeah, I like that. He's got that other one. What's it called? Something about fighting, isn't it? May You Never. Yeah, May You Never.
I'd never heard of this man until this
John Martin?
very song.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you like him? Yeah,
Oh,
he's good.
Really,
Yeah.
what did I say, 23 studio albums?
Yeah.
Avid guitarist. Sounds like my type of
Yeah,
artist.
no, he's... Yeah, I have a feeling... I have a sneaking suspicion that you will like that fella.
I'm not tuned into the Scottish folk scene.
Getting? Are you not? Jesus, where have you been, Patrick?
New Zealand and Australia.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Good point. This is our very own Mary Black covering a Bob Dylan tune. She's going to cover To Make You Feel My Love. And this is from an album called Full Tide back in 2005. And I think she does a feckin' mighty job as such does. Maura Dove.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I know that from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. Oh, you ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love.
Moira Dove.
Myra Dove. We're going to stay in Ireland. We're going to go straight into Christy Moore with Hattie Cattle. Hattie Cattle. Siddle Faddle.
Williams and Zinger killed Hattie Carroll with a cane that he twirled in his diamond ring finger at a Baltimore Hotel Society gathering. The police were called in and his weapon took from him. Then they drove him into custody down to the station, charged Williams and Zinger with first-degree murder. And you who philosophize disgrace, criticize my fear, take that rag away from your face, and now's not the time for your tears. When Williams and Zinger was 24, he was farming tobacco on 600 acres, with rich wealthy parents to provide and protect him. High office relations in the politics of Maryland reacted to his deed with a shrug of his shoulders, with sneering and swear words. His tongue it was snarling. In less than 10 minutes on bail was out walking. Then you who philosophize disgrace, criticize my fear, take that rag away from your face, and now's not the time for your tears. Hattie Carroll was a maid who worked in the kitchen, 51 years old with 10 children. She carried the dishes and she took out the garbage. She never once sat at the head of the table. She never even spoke to the people at the table. Just cleared all the food from the table and emptied ashtrays on a whole other level. Killed by a blow and lay slain by a cane that sailed through the air and came down through the room. Doomed and determined to destroy all that's gentle, she never did nothing to Williams and Zinger. And you who philosophize disgrace, criticize my fear, take that rag away from your face, and now's not the time for your tears. In the courtroom of honor, the judge pounded his gavel to show all is equal and that his court is on the level, that the strings and the books are not pulled or persuaded, and even the rich, they get properly treated. Once the cops have chased them and caught them, the ladder of the law has no top and no bottom. He stared at that man who had killed for no reason, who just happened to be feeling that way without warning. He spoke through his cloak, most deep and distinguished, and handed down strongly for penalty and repentance, gave Williams and Zinger a 6-month sentence. And you who philosophize disgrace, criticize my fear, bury that rag most deep in your face, and now is the time for your tea.
We're going to keep going with the ballads. How about that, Pat?
Paddy Carroll, Live at the Point. Brilliant.
We're going to go straight into the ballad of Hollis Brown. Bit bleak, these two, but only Bob Dylan could do it. Like Nina Simone, ToTM.
Hollis Brown, he lived on the outside of town. Hollis Brown, he lived on the outside of town, with his wife and 5 children and his cabin broken down. Where you look for work and money and you walk the ragged mile. You look for work and money and you walk the ragged mile. Your children are so hungry that they don't know how to smile. Your baby's eyes look crazy, they're tugging at your sleeve. Your baby's eyes look crazy, they're tugging at your sleeve. You walk the floor and wonder why with every breath you breathe. The rats have got your flower, bad blood has got your mind. The rats have got your flower, bad blood has got your mind. Is there anyone who knows? Is there anyone who cares? So you pray to the Lord above, please send you a friend. Yes, you pray to the Lord above, please send you a friend. But your empty pockets tell you that you ain't got no friend. Your baby's crying loud and now it's pounding in your brain. Your baby's crying loud and now it's pounding in your brain. Your wife screams are stabbing you like the dirty driving rain. Your grass is turning black, there's no water in your well. Your grass is turning black, there's no water in your well. You spent your last dollar on 7 shotgun shells. Way out in the wilderness, a cold coyote calls. Way out in the wilderness, a cold coyote calls. Your eyes fix on the shotgun that's hanging on the wall. Your brain is bleeding now, your legs can't seem to stand. Your brain is bleeding now, your legs can't seem to stand. Your eyes fix on the shotgun that you're holding in your hand. There's 7 breezes blowing all around the cabin door. There's 7 breezes blowing all around the cabin door. 7 shots ring out like the ocean's pounding roar. There's 7 people dead on a South Dakota farm. There's 7 people dead on a South Dakota farm.
Somewhere in the distance, 7 new people are born.
We're getting near the end, Pat.
So we are.
We are getting near the end. We're going to squeeze one more in, and we're just going to go back and remind ourselves of what we just heard. We had 2 ballads there, Hattie Carroll by Christy Moore, and we had the ballad of Hollis Brown, which is an uplifting tale of familial love, abject poverty, shotguns, and cartridges.
And what is it? Permanent solutions to temporary problems.
There you go. Oh, you have it. That was written by Bob Dylan in 1964, and of course we just heard Nina Simone, who came out with it in 1965 from an album called Let It All Out. And she did, all 7 of them. We are, like I said, near the end. William Zanzinger got a mention before. He gave Hattie Carroll a belt of the shtick. She died. We didn't get to talk about Pulp Fiction. It was out yesterday, 30 years ago. Imagine that. Isn't that mad?
The 14th.
The 14th, indeed, yeah. And we're just about at the end. And I would like to play... we'll keep that clip and we will play our favourite buys, the BBC.
I made the BBC!
Bastards. That's the wrong clip. There's a clip where
she gets cut off.
Where she talks.
Yeah.
So we're going to go and find that clip. So...
I take it we'll be editing this bit.
I think we'll be cutting this bit out, yeah. Ballet.
I was waiting for it. I was like, fuck. Yeah. They let him get 8 or 9 of them out.
No, I had 5. I counted. There was 5.
Get rid of it. Sorry, we needed to get rid of that because that suddenly turned into something we were not... we were expecting it and asked them not to do it, and they did it anyway. So buy Joe's Records. It's 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes past 9.
The dryness of that. Go buy Joe's Records. Do you ever hear such shite?
They cursed on the BBC. Oh, fuck.
Dirty Aegis. On that note, we will bid adieu. Slán go fóill. Bannocht.
Arriva Dirty.
We're on to the last tune. We're going to finish with Rage Against the Machine and their cover of Maggie's Farm. And I ain't going working down there no more, right? Fuck the BBC.
Slán go fóill. Fuck Spotify too.
Yeah, fuck you, Spotify. See you next Tuesday.
And the King.
And fuck the ruler.
Christmas number 1 is raging. The might of the X Factor winner Joe McElderry is up against the online campaign by fans to get the US rap metal group Rage Against the Machine to the top spot. I downloaded it myself the other day. It was kind of liberating feeling.
I prefer swing.
I love a bit of swing.
That was just YouTube played on. Oh, tasty show tonight, lads. Yeah.
I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. No, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Well, I wake up in the morning, fold my hands and pray for rain. I got a head full of ideas that are driving me insane. It's a shame the way she makes me scrub the floor. the National Guard stands around his door. I ain't gonna work for, nah, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. No, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. Well, she talks to all the servants about man and God and law, and everybody says she's the brains behind Paul. She's 68, but she says she's 24. I ain't gonna work for, nah, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. No, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Well, I try my best to be just like I am, but everybody wants you to be just like them.